Welcome back. Today we're doing a quick effective core routine, perfect for all levels, no equipment needed, just you and your mat. We'll do 8 movements, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds rest. Focus on form, not speed, really engage your core with every rep. I'll guide you through each step. Ready? Let's get started. Let's crush this together. Alright, let's move on to our next exercise. Alternate legs. This is a fantastic exercise for targeting your lower abdominal muscles and improving core stability. It's a simple yet effective movement that can be modified to suit different fitness levels. We'll walk you through the proper form and technique to ensure you get the most out of this exercise while minimizing the risk of injury. To begin, lie comfortably on your back on an exercise mat. Make sure you have enough space to fully extend your legs without hitting anything. Take a moment to ensure your spine is in a neutral position, not overly arched or flattened against the mat. Now place your hands by your sides, palms facing down, for balance. Alternatively, you can slide your hands under your glutes for extra support, especially if you have any lower back sensitivity. This will help stabilize your pelvis during the exercise. The next step is crucial. Pull your belly button in towards your spine. This engages your deep core muscles, which are essential for protecting your lower back and maximizing the effectiveness of the exercise. Maintain this core engagement throughout the entire exercise. Think of it as creating a solid foundation from which your legs will move. Keep your core tight, like you're bracing for a light punch to the stomach. With your core engaged, lift one leg up towards the ceiling, keeping it relatively straight but not locked. A slight bend in the knee is perfectly fine. Now, slowly lower that leg with control, resisting the urge to let it drop quickly. As you lower one leg, simultaneously raise the other leg up in a similar controlled manner. The movement should resemble slow scissor kicks, with each leg alternating between the up and down positions. Focus on maintaining a steady rhythm and controlled motion. It's absolutely vital to keep your lower back pressed firmly into the mat throughout the entire exercise. If you feel your back arching, it's a sign that your core isn't fully engaged or that your range of motion is too large. Remember to breathe steadily throughout the exercise. Don't hold your breath. A good breathing pattern is to inhale as you lift a leg up and exhale as you lower it down. This helps to coordinate your movements and maintain core stability. If you notice your back arches at any point, immediately reduce your range of motion. This means not lowering your legs as far down. It's better to perform the exercise with a smaller range of motion and maintain proper form than to risk straining your lower back. Always focus on quality of movement, not just how high you can lift your legs. Controlled, deliberate movements are far more effective for strengthening your core and preventing injury. It's also important to relax your neck and shoulders. Avoid tensing up in your upper body, as this can lead to unnecessary strain. Keep your focus on engaging your core and controlling your leg movements. Excellent work. You've completed the alternate legs exercise. A well-deserved rest is coming up, so take a moment to breathe and recover before moving on to the next exercise. Remember to listen to your body and adjust the exercise as needed. Next, leg lifts. Legs together, hands by your sides or under glutes. Engage your core, lift both legs to 90 degrees. Lower slowly. Don't let your back arch. Only go as low as you can with good form. Control the movement, feel your lower abs working. Imagine pushing against resistance as you lower. Breathe and stay focused. Almost there. Alright, let's move on to alternate leg lifts. This is a fantastic exercise for targeting your lower abdominal muscles and improving core stability. It's a simple yet effective movement that can be easily modified to suit different fitness levels. We'll break down the proper form and technique to ensure you get the most out of this exercise while minimizing the risk of injury. Remember to listen to your body and stop if you feel any pain. To begin, lie flat on your back on an exercise mat. Make sure your lower back is pressed firmly against the mat to engage your core. Extend both legs straight out in front of you. Now, engage your core muscles and lift both legs a few inches off the floor. This is your starting position, with both legs hovering just above the floor. Maintaining this hover throughout the exercise will significantly increase the intensity and effectiveness. From this hovering position, slowly and deliberately lift one leg up towards the ceiling, keeping it as straight as possible. Focus on using your abdominal muscles to lift the leg, rather than momentum. Avoid arching your back as you lift. Maintain that lower back contact with the mat. As you slowly lower the lifted leg back down towards the starting hovering position, simultaneously raise the other leg up in a similar controlled manner. This creates an alternating scissor-like motion with your legs. Remember to keep both legs relatively straight throughout the movement. The key to this exercise is to maintain a smooth, controlled motion throughout the entire set. Avoid jerky or rushed movements, as this can compromise your form and increase the risk of strain. Focus on engaging your core muscles to control the movement of your legs. It's crucial to keep your lower back glued to the mat throughout the entire exercise. This ensures that your core muscles are properly engaged and prevents any unnecessary strain on your lower back. If you find your back arching, it's a sign that your core isn't fully engaged, or that you need to modify the exercise. If you're finding it difficult to maintain the hovering position with both legs, you can modify by letting the resting leg touch the floor briefly between each lift. This will give you a moment to rest and reset your core engagement. As you get stronger, you can gradually reduce the amount of time the resting leg spends on the floor, eventually working your way up to maintaining the hover throughout the entire set. Remember, the primary focus of this exercise is to engage your core muscles. Maintain constant tension in your core throughout the entire movement, from the moment you lift your legs off the floor to the moment you finish the last repetition. Think of drawing your navel towards your spine to activate your deep abdominal muscles. Proper breathing is essential for any exercise, and alternate leg lifts are no exception. A good rule of thumb is to inhale as you lift one leg and exhale as you lower it back down and raise the other leg. This helps to regulate your breathing and maintain a steady rhythm throughout the exercise. The speed of your movements is just as important as the form. Avoid rushing through the exercise. Stay slow and controlled, focusing on engaging your core muscles and maintaining proper form throughout each repetition. This will maximize the effectiveness of the exercise and minimize the risk of injury. Keep up the great work. You're doing great. Remember to focus on your form, engage your core, and breathe properly. With consistent practice, you'll see improvements in your core strength and stability. Alright, let's get started with legs together and fall. This exercise is fantastic for targeting your lower abdominal muscles and improving core stability. It might seem simple, but it requires focus and control to execute properly. We're going to break it down step by step so you can master the technique and get the most out of each repetition. Remember to listen to your body and modify as needed. Begin by lying flat on your back on a comfortable mat. Now, hug your knees in towards your chest. This helps to flatten your lower back against the mat, which is crucial for engaging your core throughout the exercise. Take a moment here to breathe deeply and prepare your body. Feel the gentle stretch in your lower back as you hug your knees. From that position, slowly extend your legs straight up towards the ceiling. Try to create a 90-degree angle with your body. Point your toes and engage your quadriceps. This is your starting position for the leg-lowering movement. Make sure your lower back is still pressed firmly against the mat. If you feel any strain, slightly bend your knees. Now, the key part. Lower both legs together in a slow, controlled manner. This is where you'll really feel your core working. The slower you go, the more challenging it will be. Focus on maintaining that connection between your lower back and the mat. Lower your legs as far as you can without arching your back. This is extremely important. Arching your back puts unnecessary stress on your spine and can lead to injury. Only lower to the point where you can maintain a flat back and keep your core engaged. It's better to do a smaller range of motion with good form than a larger range of motion with poor form. Once you've reached your lowest point, gently bring your knees back in towards your chest to reset. This gives your core a brief rest before the next repetition. It also helps to maintain that connection with your lower back and prepare for the next controlled lowering movement. Remember, move slowly. Control is everything in this exercise. Avoid any jerky or rushed movements. Focus on the feeling of your abdominal muscles working to stabilize your body. Imagine resisting gravity as you lower your legs. This mental cue can help you engage your muscles more effectively and maintain control throughout the movement. Think about pulling your belly button towards your spine to further activate your core. Keep your core braced the whole time. This means actively engaging your abdominal muscles to support your spine. Think of it as creating a solid foundation for the movement. A strong core will protect your back and allow you to perform the exercise safely and effectively. Only lower as far as you can maintain proper form. Don't push yourself beyond your limits, especially when you're first starting out. It's better to start with a smaller range of motion and gradually increase it as your core strength improves. Every rep builds strength and improves your core stability. Be patient with yourself and celebrate your progress along the way. Consistency is key to seeing results. You're doing great. Keep that core engaged, maintain control, and finish strong. You've got this. Remember to breathe throughout the exercise and listen to your body. With practice and dedication, you'll master the legs together and fall and reap the rewards of a stronger, more stable core. Let's go. Alternate lower legs. Legs up at 90 degrees, core tight. Lower one leg toward the floor, keep the other up. Bring it back, switch legs. Keep the stationary leg still, no rocking. Exhale as you lower, inhale as you lift. Focus on control, not speed. You're building real core stability, almost at rest. Next, alternately close the legs. Open legs into a V, then cross one over the other. Alternate which leg crosses on top each time. Keep your core engaged and back flat. Move smoothly, squeeze your abs and inner thighs. Hands under glutes for support if needed. Maintain tension throughout, keep going. On to replacement point. Lie back, knees bent, feet flat, then lift to tabletop. Lower one leg, tap your toe, bring it back up. Alternate legs, keep knees bent at 90 degrees. Don't let your back arch. Core stays tight. Move slow and controlled for max burn. This targets deep core muscles. Last exercise coming up. Final move, static leg collection. Lie back, knees in, lift head and shoulders. Extend legs to a 45-degree angle, arms reaching forward. Hold, abs tight, back pressed to the floor. If your back arches, raise your legs higher. Breathe steadily, squeeze your core. Hold strong, almost done. 3, 2, 1, release. Amazing work. You did it! Awesome job finishing this core routine. Stretch, breathe, and appreciate your effort. For best results, make this a daily habit. Consistency is key. Listen to your body, progress at your own pace. Subscribe, and join me next time. See you in the next workout.